Hi, welcome guys. It's episode 8 of I Dare You to Love. I want to welcome my special guests tonight. So excited. We've got Lionel, no big deal, and Voltron. So Voltron's in the house. Just saying, that's Voltron. Yeah. I want to go and address rudeness. As you can see by the title and the subject, if you are in any way trying to work on the warmth within yourself, let's say you're trying to get better at being nice to people and not being so rude or being perceived as being so rude, or you want to be less ticked off by people who are rude to you, this is totally the episode. So let's get right to it. What I'm realizing that is that all of these, so rudeness, Donald Trump, anxiety, haters, all of the different videos I've done are really just specific topics that somewhere inside of us, the kind of the real us is saying is important. So we're picking these things and we're saying they're bad. And so they're a threat and they shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be the way it is. And once we do that, what happens is the reticular activating system in our brain makes it a problem, or puts it on high alert. Basically, it's the bodyguard, and so it goes into our subconscious in essence, and we start to see the world as if we're wearing glasses, like rudeness glasses, or Donald Trump sucks glasses, or whatever it is. And it actually it serves a purpose, this portion of the brain, but basically puts us in a position to where we're emanating at a cellular level. Look out for rudeness. Rudeness is everywhere. Rudeness is everywhere. And what happens is, if you believe in this kind of stuff, it attracts more rudeness to you. And so, almost as not as a caution, but as something to consider as you go with your Facebook text, as you go through, your Facebook posts and your Instagram posts and the things that we focus on. Realize that there is at least a potential that when we focus on the injustices of the world, the bad news stories, the death, the crime, rudeness, all of that, it ends up bringing more of it to us. So it's the law of attraction kind of a thing. So at least consider that as you go about selecting the things that you want to focus on each day. So we'll go through rudeness and we'll work at the top level, just learning how to accept it. And once we accept it, then we can, learn how to take it a step further and learn how to love it. And why would we do that? Because when we say something is bad, it goes, like I say, it goes into our brain. It's radar lock, and we find it everywhere. And the only way to kind of get past that or transcend that is to learn how to love it, accept it, understand its value, and then you're no longer thinking it's a threat. You think it's okay, it belongs, and it's fine. So first things first, let's get into it. The first tip towards acceptance, and the kind of primary tip towards all of this stuff, is free will is not exclusive. So I'll say that again, free will is not exclusive. If you love your free will, it's in your best interest to honor the free will of others. Now, if you don't feel particularly free in your life, you may take more issue with people, because you're trying to control, right? So there's this like mirroring going on. But free will is not exclusive. Someone cuts me off in traffic. What I do in that sense is I go, well, there you go. It's free will, man. What are you going to do? I love mine. I have to honor his. So he's going to do what he's going to do. And we are always, no matter what it seems like, we're always acting and celebrating our own free will. So if someone's rude to you, you have the choice. You can be rude back. You can fight them. You can love them, hug them, ignore it. You can, if it's a spouse or whatever, you can punish them by withholding love. I mean, there's all those options, all those expressions of free will are at your disposal every single moment. So it's like a 1-2 thing. So there's free will. Respecting, loving, and honoring that has helped me stop policing the world so much. It has been a huge relief. So Try that one on for size. The second one is it's a Dale Carnegie thing. Winning friends and influencing people. He said, if you were in that person's physical shoes and you lived the life that they lived, you would probably be doing the exact same thing. So there's a compassion play where even if you're down in the dumps and you're not in a level, not at the level at wanting to or having the energy to love somebody who's being rude to you, just knowing that at least they're in a similar mood than you, like you guys are both kind of feeling pain, having a crappy day. But otherwise, you can kind of take it a step further and realize, yeah, man, if I was in this person's shoes, I would probably be thinking and acting the exact same way. That's a helpful one to kind of let things go, not taking it personal, like the Toltec's 4 agreements. Don't take things personal. So that's one of them. That helps. The third one's cool. I think it applies more towards like when you are trying to not be rude. Someone invites you someplace and you're not really feeling it. And I don't know if you've ever done this, but like you think about how you're going to respond, how you're going to say no, how you're going to maybe like throw in, I can't because I've got an excuse. And I want to soften it so I don't hurt their feelings. So if you're monitoring and trying to be careful about not coming across as rude, what has helped me in this particular situation is assuming that they don't need things softened for them. There's an assumption, there's kind of like an underlying point to that where they're weak. If I have to soften it for them, it's because they're weak. They're not strong enough to handle the truth or just a straightforward answer. No, I'm not feeling it. So I started to just assume the best. Assume someone is totally full of self-worth. They know they're worthy of respect. They know they're worthy of kind treatment. They know that I think they're important. They know all that stuff. They know that they are important, whether I think so or not. They know it for themselves, and they don't need me to dance around my words and, craft a perfect message to make things better for them. So assuming the best in people, that's pretty awesome. And it's actually helpful and applicable to this and all the other kind of injustices or potential topics we'll talk about. So that gets us to acceptance typically, and hopefully those 3 things, one of those will work for you. But how do you take it from, here you are saying acceptance. Yeah, it's one thing to accept rudeness and be like, okay, fine, just deal with it. And there's another thing to take it from that level to like, I'm stoked that someone's being rude to me. Like I love rudeness so much, like it's kind of a stretch, but hear me out. Once it's off your radar, once you've kind of learned acceptance for it, no matter what mood you're in, and you've kind of got the habit for that, taking it to a loving state has come for me in 2 ways. For the people that are being rude to me, I'm seeing it as a sign, a signal that they're having a bad day, and they're hurting, and they need help. They're basically kind of asking for help. And so because I kind of see their frustration and their rudeness as a call for that, or at least a sign of that, I know not to respond in kind. I know not to respond with more heat. They're already feeling the fire. I'm not going to add to it. You know what I mean? So it's a good signal. It helps me understand people. It helps me know what to and not to get into. I'm doing these videos because I want to spread love. So the last thing I want to do is ruin someone's day, So if they're already having a crappy day, they're rude to me, I know that is basically them saying like, dude, I'm having a tough day. You know what I mean? If they were having a good day and they're like, when everyone's high and happy, like they love you, they treat you well, like I do. So, when you're bummed out, I know when I'm bummed out, I tend to snap at people quicker. So the politeness goes out the window. I'm not really as careful with my words. I just don't have the energy, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like I need to please the world because who's pleasing me? That dialogue, that whole thing's going on. So know that goes on in other people too, and you have some compassion, and it makes me love it because I'm looking for an opportunity to give someone some love or at least not add to their pain. You know what I mean? So that's that one. But the second one, the last one here I'll end on is really cool. When someone's rude to me, I'm realizing that the fight back is really when I'm snapping back, or in my head at least, I'm snapping back, it's really like me saying, I'm worthy of respect. What the hell? Why are you talking to me like that? I'm worthy of respect. I'm worthy of kind words. I'm worthy of good treatment. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of politeness. And so there's this, like, it's not that literal, but just the fact that I'm fighting back and I'm being rude, whether it's in my head or actually back at the person, I know that there's something inside of me that knows my worth, that knows that I am already worthy of love. I am already valuable and worthy of all those things. So I don't need it from them. It's a reminder of that. And so that's how, like, I'm really learning how to love rudeness, is to know that it's a reminder that if I'm acting rude, it's because I actually know my own worth. And the rude part, to control and punish that person, isn't necessary, because I already have what I need. Self-worth, internal dialogue that's kind and knows that I'm worthy of respect and warmth and all, and politeness and all that stuff. So if I know that I'm already worthy, why do I need it from somebody else? So that's it. Really cool. I like it. I hope you like it. I hope it served you in some way. I'm not gonna, I guess I am. Okay, subscribe if you like the channel, and then comments below. Hit the little bell for notifications. I actually will be doing more of these more regularly because they're fun, and I'm realizing that I really appreciate you, because, I don't know, I thought the other day, I was like, where would we all be without our audience? Even if it's kind of imagined and we don't necessarily know the impact we're having on people, like, just to know that there may be somebody out there listening gives me some sort of drive to think outside of myself and to put some extra energy and effort towards a particular topic, shed some light on it, and potentially share it out to you guys. That's really, really cool. So I appreciate you for that, because it gives me an outlet to do some fun stuff. So I love you all, and I hope to hear from you. Until next time.